Tomorrow is Holocaust Remembrance Day and the 80th anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp. More than 1 million people were murdered there by the Nazis. But stories of survival still circle the globe to this day, including siblings at ASU, the first in their family to visit Poland since their grandmother escaped as a teenager. Nicole joins us live with their story tonight. Nicole.
Well, Brian, Yonatan Rosenbloom and his sister Ilanit were able to connect the dots on some of their family history during this trip. But more importantly, he says that they were able to learn even more about the strength of the Jewish people before, during, and after the evil of the Holocaust. ASU grad student Yonatan Rosenbloom and his sister Ilanit just returned from perhaps the most important Hanukkah trip of their lives.
It was an incredibly emotional trip. I don't think I expected it myself to get as emotional as I was.
The emotion connected to the siblings' ancestors, including those who fled the horrors of the Holocaust.
My dad's grandmother, so my great-grandmother, and her brother, they fled Lodz, Poland.
Yonatan says the trip to Poland, organized by Chabad on Campus International, allowed them to learn more about their heritage than what they had known previously from their great-grandmother's stories.
Every time we tried to ask more questions, she'd get really upset, angry, didn't want to talk about it, rightfully so.
While the Rosenblooms knew their great-grandmother was in a work camp for some time, but eventually made it to Israel, they were able to get some closure on the trip as to what happened to other ancestors.
We found who we think is my great-grandmother's brother there. It was the correct date of birth, the correct city of origin, and the correct name, so we're pretty confident it was him. And then we also saw who we think may have been her parents as well, also cause of death unknown.
But while the trip shows what was lost, it also showed the beauty of the Jewish culture that rose above the atrocities.
This trip, in addition to going to the concentration camps and showing what happened there and seeing and experiencing the sites, they learned about the communities that were there before the war and the vibrant Jewish life that existed there.
And the hope is that students will educate others upon return to America.
I'm very in tune with my Judaism as is, but going here made me realize that it's not just who I am, but it's important to share that with others as well.
And Yonatan said that one of the more emotional moments of the trip was seeing the Star of David carved into the barracks in some of the concentration camps that they visited. It was just another reminder of the strength and love for the Jewish faith and heritage that these people kept, even in the darkest of times. Reporting live at ASU, Nicole, Fox 10 News.
All right, very touching. Nicole, thank you very much. Up next.